Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. No issues, all clear, all fine. Great, amazing, guys, amazing. So, how are you guys? Everything all right? Today we will be talking about the project. We'll be seeing the project as well, so don't worry about it. Okay? Okay. Okay. Not the last day, Abir Datta. Like you can even continue in our future boot camps as well. Right now, we have planned for some boot camps for the future as well. Let's see how that goes on as well. Susie is up above sleeping right now, most probably. Okay. When do you have to submit the project, where do you have to submit the project, all that will be told to you today. Okay, so don't worry about it. Today we'll be doing the project, guys. Don't worry about it, guys. Upcoming boot camps that we are having, one of them is the backend development boot camp, in which we'll be working on a recipe API using JavaScript and Node.js. And the other boot camp that we are having is the Python and computer vision boot camp. On top of that, we have planned for 3 to 4 more boot camps. One of them is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and personal portfolio project. The other one is the JavaScript and array, that is DSA, data structures and algorithms in Java, and the topic that we'll be covering would be arrays. And the next bootcamp that we are having is C++, that is data structures and algorithms in C++, as well as you will be having your linked lists. So that will be the topic that we'll be having. So these 5 boot camps we have planned for this particular month. Let us see how that goes on as well. Okay. Coffee is important for developers, and how much? So usually that depends from one developer to another. For example, for me, it's like 2 glasses per day. That is how much I drink usually. Otherwise, like on a rough day, it would be like up to 6 to 8 glasses. So yeah. So can I register for both the boot camps? Yes, Chetu, you can register for n number of boot camps. Don't worry about it. Competitive programming boot camp. So Akhil, the DSA boot camp might handle some competitive programming questions as well. Let us see how that goes on. So that is the first time that we are having a DSA based boot camp. One of them will be in C++, the other one will be in Java. Again, like always, every boot camp will be first learning C++, then going to linked list, and the second will be first learning Java and then going to arrays. So that is how we have planned it as of this particular point of time. When you add events in your website, how do you do it? So we have our own portal for DevTown, where we are able to add our events right over there. How many hours of sleep is enough for a programmer? 6 hours should be more than sufficient, according to me, not more than that. Otherwise, yeah, you can sleep for as much as you want. When will the DSA bootcamp start? So the recipe API bootcamp is going to start from the 7th of July, that is tomorrow. And Python Computer Vision bootcamp is going to start from the 11th of July. So I suppose between 15 to 18, we will be starting off with the DSA bootcamps as well. I hope so. I'm not very sure about it. But in the next coming week, We will be starting off from 15th or from 20th. We'll be starting off with our new boot camps on DAC as well. We have planned a lot for you guys. Let's hope that everything goes on very smoothly. For the recipe API bootcamp, as you're able to see, we have got almost 10,000 students who have registered up till now. I think so by tomorrow the number would be approximately 13,000 to 14,000 registrations in the JavaScript and Node.js backend web development bootcamp. Let's hope for the best. Yeah, DSA and CP bootcamps are also for free. Like I said, all the bootcamps are free itself. So you okay? What happened to your voice? So usually my entire day goes on like this. So from the morning to the evening, I have my office. I get free around 5:30 from the office. So I join my office around 8 in the morning. Then I leave at 5:30. I work from home itself. Once I'm out from there, we have the boot camps right over here. The boot camps go around for like 1.5 hours to 1 hour, and there are two boot camps. So like I have to continuously speak for that entire duration. So that goes around to like almost 3 hours a day. After that, I'm having one more class that I take up for the training and internship in the like in the night itself. That is 2 more hours of classes that I have to continuously speak. That's 5 hours. Along with that, I'm currently recording some courses as well. That is currently going on. So I'm currently working on courses like big data, then yeah, I'm Streamlit, Dask, ML pipelining, Auto ML, and many more as well. So due to that reason, like most of the time, my voice is sounding like this because I have to continuously speak the entire day. JavaScript and Recipe API Bootcamp is going to start from tomorrow itself. That is 7th of July. Conducting these boot camps throughout the year, or is there any gaps? So Rahul, like what I have planned up till now is it will go on up till the end of August. In August, we are planning to like bring some people. We will be having some podcasts in which we'll be bringing people who are currently working in Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and who got selected in these companies. And we'll be talking about what their entire, like how they trained for it, what are the different things they prepared. We'll look into their resumes as well. So all this I've planned out for like August month. Let us hope that we go properly right over there as well. Okay. Okay. For the data visualization project, like I said, I'm not getting enough time to create the video. I will try my best that by tomorrow morning I'm able to push out the video, but it is taking some time from my end. So please be a bit patient about that. Okay. Okay. So should we start off with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know. Should we start out with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know. Okay, great. So let's get started right away. So what I want to create in this boot camp is pretty simple. I don't want it to be very complicated for you guys as well. Second, I want to create a note-taking application in which we are able to post our notes right over there on our screen. The application I want it to look something like this. I want to have a header. So this is your okay. So that was a very bad line. So let me just take up this. So if this is your entire website right over here, I want to have a header right over there. So in the top, I want to have a header that's yellow in color. And in the header, we'll need name this particular application as DevTown. So I want to have DevTown written right over here. After that, I want to have some notes. So for every note, we need to create a new component right over here. This component will cover with means will contain our notes. There will be a heading. Okay. And then there will be the note that you want to write. This is how the application would look like. Along with that, we want to have a footer as well. And inside the footer, we would like to keep up like copyright and then the year that we are currently in. So copyright, at a rate, and then the year that we are currently in, so 2022. This is what we want to create in this particular project using React.js. So shall we start, guys? Please do let me know. Shall we start with the project, guys? Okay, so let's. I've done DSA by C language. I don't know C++ or Java. Then can I enroll in the DSA bootcamp? Nishil, coming to this particular bootcamp, did you know JavaScript or React.js? I hope that you didn't knew at that point of time. Every single bootcamp that we organize, we have only one thought process, that the student coming to the bootcamp only knows English and nothing else. And we'll be taking you from right over there. So if we are having C++ in the bootcamp, we will be teaching you C++. If we are having Java in the bootcamp, we will be teaching you Java. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so let's get started right away. So the current video that you are watching, let me just open this up for you guys. Check my volume. So this is the video that you are currently watching. Let me just open it up for you. If you go down below in the description of the video, you'll be able to see two links, project link and the project submission link. Okay. Once you have seen that, what I want you guys to do is, I want you to click on this particular project link. Okay. I want to click on this particular project link. So I will just copy this project link from right over here. So let me just copy this project link from right over here. So copy link address. I will open it up inside some other tab itself that you guys are able to see it properly. So I've copied the project link from down in the description of the video that you are currently watching. I've opened it up in my own account so that you guys are able to see it clearly. Okay, I don't want this. So this is how it will open up in your account as well. Okay. Once I've opened it up, you will be able to see that I've put up some CSS code that we'll be using in our project right over here. So I've included some new CSS code. Once I've done that, I want you guys, so whatever I'm speaking right now, don't do it along with me. Listen to me very carefully. If you're leaving out on a single step, you won't be able to understand. Second thing, this project is live, like we are doing it live, but this recording will be provided to you. How to submit the project, when to submit the project, I will be telling you after we have completed the project. Okay, so please focus upon what I'm teaching right now. Okay, once you've opened this link up, okay, this is what will open up for you guys as well. You want to click on this particular fork button. You will be able to see this fork button on the top right corner in blue color. Okay, I want you guys to click on this particular fork button. So it will fork it for you. Of course, you will have to log into Code Sandbox using GitHub or Google, whatever is suitable for you guys. Once you have forked it up, now this is your own project. Okay, this is your own project that you will be working upon. Now, once I've done that, I want you guys to just go through the entire stuff. Okay. So for example, you are having the index.html file right over here. You're having the styles.css file right over here that I've already created for you guys. Okay. Then you are having this src folder where you are having the index.js and the heading.jsx. Now we don't need the heading.jsx, but I don't want to create a new file again and again. So we are going to utilize this heading.jsx in a new way itself. Okay. Now your index.js file is something that I want it to be as simple as possible. I don't want all my components, so my website is a huge component itself. Okay. And inside of that, I'm having my, just a second. So my entire website itself is an entire component, and inside of that I'm having multiple components right over here. The header component, the footer component, the note component. Okay, and this entire thing you usually refer to as the entire website, you usually refer to as in React by default as app. Okay, that is your entire application. So the entire big component that you're able to see, the website itself in general, you refer to as app. So what we are going to do is, we are going to shift, okay, we are going to shift all our code that we are going to create. So the app will basically contain your header, it will contain your notes, it will contain your footer as well. So that is all that will be kept in app, and that app component itself, we will put it inside our index.js file. Okay, that app component itself, put it out inside our index.js file. So right over here, instead of putting out a div tag, we'll just be having an app tag right over here. So app, the self-closing component that we have created right over here, and we'll be importing it from the app.jsx, and we'll be creating the app.jsx file as well. So we will be just renaming the heading.jsx to app.jsx. Okay, and inside of that, the function name should be app, and the export default should also be app. So as you're able to see, we have created this entire stuff, index.js and everything right over here. And the index.js is just going to render the app. Okay, nothing else. Index.js is just going to render us the app and nothing else. All our code, all our components that we will be creating, we'll be putting it inside this app folder itself. We'll be putting all our components inside this app folder itself. Right now, I'm just removing this, just having the h1 element on our screen so that we are just able to see something rendering up on our screen as well. So if I'm opening up the browser, and just that, I need to go into index.js and remove these two h1 tags as well. We don't require it. You will see I'm just removing the two h1 tags. We don't require that. Okay, so I will just open up this to our website, close the browser from right over here. We don't require it. Let's look at our website. So our app basically is rendering. So as you're able to see, our app.jsx contains the h1 element that is getting sent out as a custom component right over here inside our index.js file. Okay, all the components that we want to create, will be putting it inside our app.jsx file itself. That will contain all our major components for our website. Okay, similar to that, index.js, as you're able to see, we just have the dev id as root. That is where the index.js is basically loading the app component. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Was it lagging for everybody? Was my video lagging for everybody? Please do let me know, guys. Is it fine right now? Is it still lagging or it's fine right now, guys? Please do let me know. Is the video still lagging or is it fine right now? I will repeat myself. Don't worry about it. Is my video still lagging or it's fine right now? Okay. So I will just repeat myself once again. Please listen to me very carefully. Works fine. Okay. So I'm just repeating myself once again. Don't worry about it. Please listen to me very carefully. Okay. So let me just open this up. So this video that you're currently watching, okay, the video that you're currently watching right over here, I'm just opening it up in a new tab. Okay, once I've opened it up, and if you're going down in the description of the video, you'll be able to see a link to the project. Okay, you'll be able to see the link to the project right over here. I want you guys to copy the link address. I want you guys to copy the link address. Once I've copied the link address, you will go to the website. Okay, you go to the website by pasting it up right over here. Okay, so it will just tell you to go to the site. Once you have entered into the site, I want you guys to click on this particular button that basically says fork. Okay, I want you guys to click on this particular button on the top right corner in blue color. Are you guys able to see this particular button? Please let me know, guys. Are you able to see this button, guys? Please do let me know. So just click on this particular fork button right over here. So it will create a copy of the entire project that you can then move upon. Okay, then you can move upon from right over here. Now, in this particular project, as you are able to see, I've already created the CSS file. I've already created the CSS file that we are going to use. Now, inside of that, as you're able to see, inside of index.js file, index.html file right over here, I don't want, so I'll just open up the browser in a new tab so that I'm able to close it up. We don't require the browser. So as you're able to see, we don't want our h1 tag. Okay, this h1 tag, we don't require it. So we'll just remove the h1 tag from the screen. Okay, we'll just remove the h1 tag from our screen. We'll just have the, inside the body, we just have the div id root right over here. Once you have done that, I want you guys to move towards the src. Okay, that is the src folder. Inside of there, you are having your index.js. Okay, you are having the index.js file. Now, what I want you guys to do is, you're able to see our entire website is divided into 3 separate components. Our website has 3 major components: the head component, okay, the header component, the note component right over here, and the footer component, okay, and the footer component. So there are the 3 components right over here. We don't want all these 3 components to live inside the index.js file. Inside our index.js file, we'll have only one component, that is the app component, that basically tells you about the entire website. All the components that you want to have inside your website, that will go into the app component, and that app component will then get rendered inside our index.js file. This is what I want you guys to do. So for that, what we will be doing is, we'll be renaming this. So we don't require the div tag and anything else as well. We'll just remove this, and we'll be having just the app. Okay, self-closing tag right over here, that is the app component. Okay, I also want you guys to, of course, if you want to use the app component, we have to import the app component as well from the app.jsx file. We will be renaming our heading.jsx file to app.jsx. Okay, we're renaming this as app.jsx right over here. So you're having your index.jsx file, you're having your app.jsx file. Okay, now inside the app.jsx file, again, you have to rename the function as app. You need to rename the export default as app as well. Once you have done that, we will remove the class name because we don't require it, just for checking whether everything is working or not. We have removed it. In the app component, as you are able to see, we are having an h1 tag that gets rendered into the index.js file itself. So if I'm going to my website, reloading the page, you're able to see that we are able to get the hello Shorasana on our screen, that is being loaded from the app.jsx. That is being loaded from the app.jsx file. Okay, so now what I want you guys to do is, we'll now be working upon creating our entire project. Okay, so this is basically was the basic setup that I want you guys to do. Now we'll be focusing upon creating the project, guys. Are you with me? Are you able to understand up till here, guys? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till now? Please do let me know, guys. Great. Now inside our source folder, inside our source folder that you're able to see right over here, we want to create another folder. For that, you can click on this particular new directory button. If you go to your source folder, I want you guys to click on this particular new directory button. This will create a new folder inside the source folder, and we are going to name it as components. Okay, we are going to name it as components. All our components will be living inside this component folder itself. All of them will be living inside our component folder itself. So we will move our app.jsx, because it is also a component, into the component folder. As you are able to see, our app.jsx is right now inside our components folder. You can just drag and drop it inside the components folder right over here. Of course, if you have moved your app.jsx file right over there, you will have to import it separately. Okay, so instead of writing just ./app, we'll have to import it from ./components/app. Okay, because right now your app.jsx is inside your components folder. As you're able to see, it's inside your components folder. So for index.js to be able to import app, we have to import it from ./components/app. Okay, that is how we will be able to import it. Are you guys understanding up till here? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys with me up till here? Please let me know, guys. Amazing, amazing. The first thing that we need to create is our very first component, that is the header component that you're able to see right over here. Okay, so we need to create our header component. So creating the header component, again guys, what will be the code for it? Can somebody let me know? What, not code, what will be the steps of creating our header component? Can somebody let me know what should be the steps of creating our header component, guys? What should be the steps of creating our header component, guys? Please do let me know. This is a quick revision. Okay, how to create components. It's a quick revision. What should be our process, guys? We need to create a header component, guys. Again, Papa Stone has written it correctly. Okay, create a header.jsx file. That's great, Papa Stone. So inside our components, we are going to create a new file. Okay, we are going to create a new file. So let me just increase the size so that shit, what. Inside our components, we are going to create a new file. We are going to name it as header.jsx. Okay. Once we've created our header.jsx file, we are going to import React in it. So I don't want to write the entire code. So I'll just copy it from right over here, Control A, Control C. We'll be pasting it up inside our header file. We are going to rename the function as header header. Okay, and just export header as well. Okay, once you have done that, we are going to import. Okay, what are we going to do after this, guys? Once we have created the header.jsx file, what we are going to do? Import it into the app file. That's absolutely correct, Bushra Rahman. We are going to our app.jsx file right over here, and then we are going to import it. Okay, so we are going to import our header from ./header. Okay, we're going to import our header from ./header right over here. Once you have done that, inside of our app.jsx, instead of rendering out the h1 element, we'll be rendering out the header file. Okay, we're going to render out our header component. So we will create a self-closing component right over here. We are going to create a self-closing tag right over here that basically contains our header component. So that is the code for the header component. Let us check if header component is working correctly. Inside the header component, we are having our h1 tag. So let's go back. Let's reload the page. Everything is working properly. We are getting the h1 tag on our screen right over there. Okay, as simple as possible. Now, there is a custom tag. So for example, the div tag that I told you about. Okay, so now you want to create a header right over there. Okay, you want to create a header. So there is a default HTML code. Okay, there's a default HTML code, HTML tag inside HTML itself. That is the header tag. To be able to create a element, to be able to create a header element, there is a, for example, you are having your h1 tag, you are having your p tag, you are having your div tag. Similar to that, there is a header tag as well in HTML that helps you to create the header. Okay, so right now what we are going to do is we are going to create our header right over here. Okay, so we'll just create our header. Just review everything from right over here. Don't want this. We want our header file, header tag. So as you're able to see, the header tag is very simple to understand. It's just the header tag that basically helps you create the header in your website. We are going to have an h1 element inside of it that basically tells you DevTown. Save this. Let us go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see, we're able to get the header. So all the CSS is getting rendered directly by the code that I've already written for you guys. So you don't have to write the CSS code. Okay, so right over here, we have used the header to basically create the header component. So we have got the header component as well as DevTown written right over here. So again, header, this header is basically the component that you have created. That is the custom component that you have created. This header is an inbuilt semantic tag inside HTML. Okay, it's a normal HTML tag. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. It's not showing me any lagging. Like I'm also taking up the entire video on my phone as well. I'm currently watching my own video. I'm very self-obsessed. So, but I'm not able to get any type of lagging right over there. I don't know why you guys are getting a lag. Okay, so once that we have created this entire thing, okay, once we have created the header tag, we have imported it, we have seen that it is working, there's no issues with that at any point of time, okay, we're able to see everything is working properly, there are no issues. Now we'll move on to footer.jsx. Okay, we'll be creating our footer. So again, go to components. Inside components, we'll be creating a new file. Okay, new file inside components, calling it as footer.jsx. Okay, inside the footer.jsx, again, I don't want to write the entire code, so I'm just going to copy it from app. I'm just going to copy it from app. I don't require the import statement, of course. We'll be renaming this as footer footer. We copy pasting it into our export default as well. And inside of that, inside the return statement, we are going to have our footer. Okay, we want to create our footer right over there. So if we are writing our tag, okay, if we are writing our footer tag right over here, let's create a paragraph tag and just let's write copyright at a rate and the current year 2022. Okay, let's save this. Let's go to our app.jsx. That is the place that we are importing all our tag components. Let's import footer from /footer. Let's put it up right over here. So again, we need to have a header as well as a footer. So we are going to enclose it into a div tag. Okay. Remove this X. We have our footer as well inside of it. Use save it. Okay, it is giving us unexpected assignment of function call instead of an expression. Okay, so this is coming right over here. Return this. Okay, so right over here we have put up the footer header and footer inside our div tag. Let's go back to our screen. You are able to see that we are getting copyright at a rate 2022 right over here. But this is not what we want. We want it to be like somewhere down below in the entire middle of the entire stuff. And this is not what we anticipated from that. So let us go back to our CSS code. Let us check what is the CSS that we are having right over here. So we have the footer CSS. Okay, we need to enclose our paragraph tag into the footer tag right over there. So let's go back to our code and let's enclose the entire thing into the footer tag. Again, just like you are having your just like you are having your header tag in HTML, similarly to that, you're having your footer tag as well. Okay, so that is basically helps you guys to create the footer right over there. Okay, so as you're able to see, I've enclosed the paragraph tag inside a footer tag that will help me create the footer of the entire website. I'm saving this, going back to my screen. You are able to see that we're able to get copyright 2022 down below, just like we anticipated. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. So how to get to know all about the HTML tags? See, that is only possible if you guys are like creating, okay, like if you are basically like practicing a lot, you will have to like just search for it. Okay, for example, I want to have a navigation bar. What should I do? I want to create a scrolling system. What should I do? I want to have some animation. What should I do? And so on and so forth. That is how you will be able to create it. Okay. Great. I mean, you guys are so smart. Now, the issue with this particular code is that the copyright, you have to like change it every single year. Okay, this copyright, this because it is copyright at 2022. Maybe right now you are in 2023. Okay. So what to do at that point of time? You want to make sure that your website is always copyrighted at any point of time. Okay, so I want this particular number, that is the year, to be updated like automatically. I don't want it to be manually updated. I want it to be automatically updated at the end of the day. Okay, so let us go back to our website. We'll use some JavaScript to be able to do that. Okay, we want to use some JavaScript to be able to update this particular number. Okay, to update this number using JavaScript. Now there is a library in JavaScript called as the date library. Okay, it's a library in JavaScript called as the date library. Now guys, let me know this number. Okay, 2022. Are you guys? I'm changing it. Of course I'm changing it. But am I going to add something to it? Am I going to subtract or multiply or change the value in anything? Like every year the value will remain constant or not? You guys able to understand this or not? Every year the value of the year would be constant. Am I right? You won't be changing it at any point of time. Guys, please do let me know. You won't be changing this at any point of time. Please let me know, guys. You won't be changing the year at any point of time. Now, that particular thing. So for example, you are having a variable. Now, when you're creating var rent is equals to 1200, you can change it, you can add it, you can multiply it, you can divide it, you can do anything with it. Okay, but you don't want to do that. Once the value has been created, it should be constant. It cannot be changed. You cannot add something to it. You cannot modify it. Okay, it can only be updated. You cannot add, subtract, divide, or modify it in any way. It can only be updated. So that is basically called as a constant. Okay, that is basically called as a constant. For example, pi, the value of pi 3.14 is always constant in nature. Okay, it is not going to change at any point of time. So it's not a good idea to save it into a variable. Okay, it's not a good idea to save it into a variable. Now there is a concept called as constant in JavaScript as well. There is a concept called as constant in JavaScript as well. It is the exact same as variable, but it cannot be changed. Once that value has been defined, it cannot be changed, it cannot be modified, it cannot be, you cannot add something to it or subtract something from it. You cannot do all that. Okay, just like 3.14, it's a constant value. So for doing that, you can just write const. Okay, that is constant. So for example, you are having variables, you can add something to it, multiply something to it, you can do all that. But for with constant, it will always remain constant. You can only like update it. You cannot like add something or modify it in any way. Okay, so CUR our current year, okay, is equals to new. You're going to create a new date. Okay, so this is how you are able to get, like, there is a library in JavaScript called as date library. Okay, that basically gives you the current date of the year. Okay, it gives you the current date, exact time. Okay, so if I'm just using date right over here, okay, let's do that. Okay, I'm just using the date right over here, as you're able to see. So this will give me the exact date for today. Okay, it will give me the exact date for today. Let us, so instead of this, we'll put up, so I want to include this JavaScript constant right over here. So CURR here, let us put it up right over here. Let's see what happens. If I'm saving this, let's go back to our website. Let's reload the page. I'm getting some error. Objects are not valid as a React child. If you meant to render a collection of children, use array. Let us see what happened right over there. Make some error somewhere. Try to see. So our header is fine. Your app.jsx is also fine. Index.js is also looks fine. There's no issues with that as well. Just reload the entire stuff. I think so the code sandbox might have failed. So it's giving us the same error right now as well. So let us go to our footer file and let's remove this current from right over here. Change it back to 2022. It's working. So there is some problem with our current year itself. The code that we have written with our current year, there's some issues with that. Let us try to identify it. I think so directly using the package library is not something that we can do right over here. So let's do one thing. Let's remove that. we'll use the code directly. So const year is equal to new date dot get full year. Okay, so we'll be using directly the method itself. Let us close this up. So this is how I will be able to get the year property from the current date. Okay, this basically gives us the exact date right now, seconds, minutes, the date, the year, everything it gives us. So this is the library that exists in JavaScript. To get the year from it, okay, to get just the year from it, I'm going to use the method called as dot get full year. That will get me the year from the same. And that I will be replacing it right over here. Let us see if that works or not. Again, this is JavaScript code, so I have to use the parent curly brackets. Let's put up current year right over here. Let's save this. Let's go back to our website. Let's reload the page. And as you're able to see, we are getting 2022 printed out right over here. We're getting 2022 printed out. That is the current year right over here. Okay. We're getting the current year right over here. So date is something that is an inbuilt inherent feature of JavaScript. You don't need to import it. Okay. You don't need to import it right over there. Okay, you can directly use that. So as you're able to see from right over here, we have used the const current year. Okay, and then we have the new date. Okay, that basically gives the date right now, and we are getting the get full year from right over there. Okay, we are getting the get full year from right over there that we are able to save in this constant. Now every year, as soon as the year progresses, this value would be automatically updated. You don't have to do anything for the same. Okay, it will automatically get updated for you guys. Okay. Okay. So constant is like pi. Okay, you cannot change it. So that is why we are using constant. Okay. Okay. So once we have created our footer, as well, now we are going to move on to our notes component. Okay, we want to create our notes component right now. You're able to see everything is working properly on the website as well. There's no issues. We are getting the copyright. We are getting everything else as well. Now it's time to create the notes. Okay, so again we'll go back to our code. We'll go back to our files. We'll create a new component right over here called as notes. New file, we'll be creating notes.jsx right over there. Inside of that, I will just paste everything from app.jsx. I don't want to write it again. I'll just copy paste it, close it from right over there. I don't require our header and footer. I don't require this as well. Let's keep the div tag if there's something that we need to do in OTES notes right over here. And we need to export notes as well. Once we have done that, we want to go to our index.jsx file. Okay, we want to go to our index.jsx file. Sorry, not index.jsx file, app.jsx file. That is where we will be importing our notes. Import notes from /notes, and that's it right over here. Now let's go back to our notes folder. Let us first see what is the CSS code that we are having for notes. So as for the CSS code, we are having a class called as note, and then we are having the h1 tag and the paragraph tag within that. So it would be very simple to create that. Okay. So we are going to go back to our node.jsx file. We are having the div tag. We are going to name it as class name is equals to notes. I think so. That was the class name note, just NOTE. We have the class name right over here. Inside the class, we are going to have our h1 tag and the paragraph tag that we want to create. Inside the h1 tag, let us create that this is the React Bootcamp. And inside our note, let us just copy something from somewhere. Okay, let's copy something from right over here. Let us just copy this particular line of code, just to have some data inside our paragraph tag. Let's save this. Okay, so we are having a div tag. Okay, that basically containerizes the h1 and the paragraph tag that goes into the notes. As you're able to see from our image, we are having the h1 and the paragraph tag that goes on inside the container. The container has a class name of node that basically applies all the CSS property to it. Okay, so it has the class name of nodes. So let us go back to our website. Let's reload the page. So we are not getting anything right over here because we haven't put it up inside our app.jsx file. So we have to put the nodes right over here as well, the custom component. So nodes, let's save this. So the nodes will go between the header and the footer, of course, because that is the place that the nodes will go. So let's go back to our website, and as you're able to see, you have created your very first node. This is the React Bootcamp. All the students who complete this bootcamp will complete attendance, and project submission will be rewarded as class blah 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 blah. So in this particular way, you are easily able to create nodes as well. Now you can create n number of nodes. If you want to have like 15 different nodes, you can, if you have the same, want to have the same nodes, you can just like copy paste it right over here n number of times, and then like just save it. If you go back to our website, that number of times you will be having your nodes. If you want to create more nodes, you can just copy this entire thing and paste it down below. Go back to your website, you will have that many number of nodes on your screen. So you can create n number of nodes. Now the data that you want to change between these nodes, the data that you want to change between these nodes, that is a part that will come in a backend web development bootcamp. Okay, so how to change the data between these nodes, that is also something that is important. Yes, you can create like a new component and change the data as well in that. For example, node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4, node 5, node 6 components right over there, but that is not practical enough. Once you've created a component, it should directly, your data should directly feed into that particular component itself. For that would be a part of a backend web development bootcamp. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So somebody is asking what is the use of new inside our code. So the JavaScript code that we have written, I think so inside our footer.jsx, what is the meaning of this new? So basically new basically creates a new instance of the date. Okay, so every time you're using new, it will just create the exact instance at that particular point of time. So right now the time and the date as this particular thing, so that will create that new like date itself. So it is not using original date, it's creating a new date. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. You guys able to understand it? That is the use of new right over there. Are you able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So now coming to like how to submit the project. Okay, how to submit the project. This is the exact project that you have to create. So I'll be deleting everything from right over here. Okay, be deleting everything from right over here. Deleted everything. Great. And I will be closing this sandbox. So the current project that we created, you have to create the exact same project. Okay, the current project that we created right now, you guys have to create the exact same project. Okay, you don't have to change anything in that. This video is up and running for like almost 6 months. Okay, don't worry about it. So you have to create the exact same project. Do not change anything because we have created a bot that will go through your project. If you have changed anything in that project, then that bot has a tolerance of like 20%. But after that, it will just reject your project itself. So please make sure that you are submitting the exact same project. Now, how to submit a project? Okay, how to submit the project. Once you've, for example, this is the project that you have created. Just taking up an example. Once you have created the project itself, what you have to do is you have to click on this particular share button. Okay, you have to click on this particular share button on the top. Once you have clicked on this particular share button, okay, you have to click on can edit. Okay, you have to click on can edit. Okay, in that you have to then click on copy sandbox link. Okay, you have to click on, then you have to click on copy sandbox link right over here. Once it has been copied, you want to open up. So I'm currently opening up the video on our screen. Okay, so this is the video that you are watching. Okay, the entire project has been made right over here. Okay, the entire project has been made right over here. All the basic things that you need to create the project is right over here. This is the project link that we are having. All the CSS files and everything is currently present in that link. I've already shown you guys right over there. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it, as you're able to see everything that was present in that, whether it be the CSS file, whether it be the HTML file, so CSS file, the index.html file, the heading.jsx, index.jss file, everything is present right over here. So you don't have to worry about it. So you have to go to this particular project submission form. There's a Google form down in the description. You have to go to the project submission form. Inside of that, you have to fill that form up. You have to put down your email. Okay, you have to put down your full name. Use the same email that you have used in your attendance links. All the 7 days, whatever attendance link that you have used, use the exact same email. Do not use any other email. Write your full name that you want to appear on your certificate. Okay, write your phone number, your WhatsApp number. Just do all the things. Then you have to paste your code sandbox link. Again, click on share. Okay, click on can edit. Click on copy sandbox link. Come to the project submission form. Paste the project submission form right over here. Whatever your code sandbox link is, you have to just paste it right over here. And then if you want, you can even make a small recording of the video of the project and put it on LinkedIn. So many people started doing that. Yeah, I can just show you guys that as well. As you're able to see on LinkedIn, many of the students that we were having started posting the project that they were doing in the bootcamp, as you're able to see right over here. So this is one of the projects that they worked upon, the HTML, CSS and Bootstrap bootcamp that we conducted. So they started posting all the code and the project that have created right over here, as you're able to see. So you can also create a small video and post it up right over there. You can copy the link to this particular post, whatever post that you're making, and you can submit it in the form as well. This is not compulsory. LinkedIn post link is not compulsory, just the code sandbox link is. Okay, this is just that if you are submitting it, then we also come to know that, okay, so somebody has submitted, like shown it on LinkedIn, so we are also able to reply it to them as well. So that is up to you guys. Okay, so this is how you will be submitting your project. Again, the CSS code and everything is down in the description of the video. I've created a code sandbox that you can use. You have to submit the project as a code sandbox itself. You cannot do it locally. You have to submit the entire project as a code sandbox itself. You have to do the entire project inside the code sandbox itself. Those who are not submitting the project, okay, those who are not submitting the project, they won't be receiving the certificates via Google and Microsoft. If they have 7 days of attendance, then they will be receiving certificates only via DevTown. Okay, that's it. Like I said, Ramesh Bhola, I hope that you are able to listen to me properly. Okay, the CSS code is down in the description of the video itself. There will be a project link, okay, that you will be able to see the code sandbox. It contains the CSS code for you guys. Okay, the last day to submit. So today is 6th of July. Okay, today is 6th of July. As you were able to see, the entire project will take you hardly like 45 minutes to complete the project. Like hardly 45 minutes to complete the project. So 3 days will be given to you to submit the project. That is 7th, 8th and 9th. This project submission form will be closed on the 9th of July, midnight. 9th of July, midnight, the project submission link will be closed. So the date of submission is 9th of July, guys. Okay. Again, I'm telling you guys, the submission date is 9th of July. Project submission date is 9th of July. Okay, once you have submitted the project, okay, this is the deadline, 9th of July, midnight. Okay, the project submission date is 9th of July, midnight, guys. Okay, 9th of July, midnight. Okay, the second thing that you guys need to remember is the certificates will be given to you after 12th of July. Okay, once everybody has submitted their project, we'll be checking those projects, and then after 12th of July, you guys will be receiving your certificates. So it will take us at least 1 to 2 weeks from right now to be able to send you these certificates, because we have to check a many number of things. So it takes time from our behalf as well. Okay, like I said, the certificates will be sent to you. Okay, the certificates will be sent to you in between 13th to 17th of July. You have to make the entire project only in code sandbox. and no changes in the code. Okay, is there any problem right now as well? You can change the text. Okay, whatever text that is there, for example, the text saying that this is a ReactJs bootcamp and all those kind of stuff, the name is DevTown, the text you can change, but the layout, that is the code of the entire website, should remain the same. Okay, you cannot change the code, you can change the text. Okay, are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. You can create n number of notes. There's no issues in that. We'll just be checking your first note. Okay, you can create thousands of notes as well. There's no issues in that. We'll just be checking your first note. Okay, you will be getting the certificates on the email address that you have used in your attendance as well as your project submission link. Okay, so Susie is back in the house. थोड़ा ऊपर में है ना, फूट क्या जा वो. Okay, so is everything all right? If you want to put it inside your resume, you can definitely do that. Don't worry about it, guys. Okay. Yes, you can change the name of the website. That is, you can change it from DevTown to anything that you want. You can change the text inside the notes. You can put up n number of notes as well. Okay, you can put up 10, 20. We don't care about that. We'll just be looking at your code. Okay, and nothing else. Are you guys able to understand up to here? Please let me know, guys. Please do not change the CSS of the website, because although we won't be checking it, but still don't play around with the CSS, because it will just look at your website itself. That is the reason why. You can change around with the colors, the font, and the hover effects. That won't affect it. But the React code should be the exact same. The React code should be the exact same, guys. Okay. How can we make the notes content editable for the client instead of JavaScript? Yeah, you can just go. Now I've deleted the entire thing, but inside the P tag, you can just include content editable is equals to true. That will work for you. Okay. Okay. So I think so everything is very clear with everything that I've taught right over here. Okay, again, how many notes that you want to include? You can include like 1,000 notes. We don't care about that. It won't affect it. Okay, project कैसे submit करना है? Suraj, I've told it 3 times. Just watch the video again if you are late. Okay. Okay. So once this is done, yeah, 3 certificates: DevTown, Google, and Microsoft. Okay. Okay, so I think so that is it. I will just show you the attendance link for today. Let me just create the attendance link for today, guys. Again, for those who are interested to join the training and internship program, they can definitely reach out to me, okay, on Instagram, LinkedIn, or even on my WhatsApp number as well. I've provided you guys with the WhatsApp number. Okay, I hope that I will be able to see you guys in the future boot camps as well. Okay, we have planned for the next upcoming boot camp that is going to start from tomorrow onwards, that is backend web development. Then we are having another boot camp that is going to start from the 11th of July, that is the I think so computer vision boot camp. After that, we are having more boot camps on Java and arrays and C++ and linked list, that is GSA and CP boot camps. We also started doing that, and an HTML CSS JavaScript boot camp for just building your portfolio websites. That is all that we have planned up till now. Okay. Okay, so let me just show you guys the attendance link for today. Java bootcamp will be around either 20th of July or about like 15th of July. I'm not very sure about it, but it will be in July itself. Okay. That's right, Raghav. That's absolutely right. Day 7, July, upload. So this is the attendance link, guys. Okay, this is the attendance link right over here. You can just like put up your attendance as well. Okay. Okay, so I think so that would be it for today, guys. I hope that I will be able to see you guys in the future boot camps as well. And the C++ bootcamp. So there will be one bootcamp on C++, one on Java, and this month itself. So don't worry, after 15th itself. So that is what we'll be having today. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. And yeah, so we will start out with the thing as well. Yeah, we provide placements as well. That is our aim. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Those who want to join for the training and internship, do approach to me on my WhatsApp number. I will help you guys out with the same. For those who want to continue with the future boot camps, they can definitely do that as well. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.